Good evening, I'm Joe Vodvarka for JSV Traffic with this Friday evening traffic update. Well, this camera shot just about shows it all. Southbound on the Blue Route on the left is a complete parking lot, and that's basically the way we are all across the area. It is a mess out there. We have significant delays on the southbound Blue Route between the Mid-County tolls and I-95. Traffic is bumper to bumper for 20 miles. And this travel time at this point is up to 55 minutes for the southbound direction. Northbound is no better. Northbound is generally jammed from I-95 through to exit 9. That's a 9-mile delay. Then it becomes stop and go again, approaching north of exit 13 through to the northeast extension, all the way up through to Lansdale, beyond Lansdale, and all the way up through to the area of Quakertown. Why? Because the northeast extension is now shut down in the area of Quakertown because of an accident. All traffic must exit at Quakertown, and pretty soon they are going to be stopping traffic at the Lansdale interchange just because of how extensive this backlog has become. What has happened is there is multiple vehicles involved in this accident north of Quakertown, and because of that, the roadway has to be shut down. There is no word on how long the roadway will be shut down or whether there's any injuries, but if at all possible, avoid this area. Try for Route 309, but I'm going to tell you, 309 is no better, especially between Route 663 and I-78. Traffic is just really starting to back up in that area. Okay, over to the rest of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Let's take a look over in the area of Route 29. Here we are going westbound. Traffic's a little slow approaching Route 29, but it's nothing major, just about 2 miles of delay. That we can handle. Roadway being shut down like the northeast extension, no, we cannot handle. Let's go take a look at I-76. And here we are on the ramp coming from 202 where traffic has started to back up again. It did get a little bit better, but it is starting to back up again while the streaming video is not working at this time, which is understandable. It's Friday. And we'll take a look at some still frame images in 76. And here we are just east of 202. Both directions are slow in this area. And now we'll take a look over here by I-476 where inbound is really just jammed at this point all the way through to I-676 and beyond. Even out towards South Street, it still remains slow. So from 202 through South Street, it's a flat out 1 hour delay, and it's up to 18-mile backup. Outbound on 76 is not doing too much better. Outbound is generally jammed at the City Avenue merge. I mean, as you can see here, traffic is just completely stopped. And we'll go back one step further, back through to the Roosevelt Expressway. If you look real closely, you can see on the right, traffic is bumper to bumper. So the outbound delay is generally from Vare Avenue all the way out through to I-476. Then it's just generally slow out to 202. It's moving a little bit better once you get past 476, but it's not great. And 676 westbound has gotten significantly better. We'll see how long that lasts. We've seen this happen before on Fridays where it gets better but then backs up again between 6 and 6:30. So eastbound is where it's really bad on I-676, generally from 76 all the way through to 95. So the entire length of the Vine Street Expressway going eastbound is just an absolute disaster. Let's start off 95 up here in northeast Philadelphia, where traffic is generally slow going from approaching Academy Road all the way down through to I-676. And that is just because of volume at this point. And generally it's about a half-hour delay. Northbound, not too much better. Northbound is generally jammed at this time from I-676 all the way up through to the area of Cottman Avenue. And that's about a 10-mile delay. We'll take another look here. Here we are southbound again in the area of Girard Avenue. Northbound's far on the left, and traffic is moving rather slow here in both directions. Okay, southbound in the area of the airport and the area of the stadium complex, we do have an incident at this time. The right lane is closed for police activity at Broad Street, and traffic has really backed up because of this. It is backed up all the way back to the Walt Whitman Bridge. As you can see here on the far left, let's get a better shot of that. And here we are at the Walt Whitman Bridge, where traffic is just bumper to bumper southbound. And coincidentally, If you're traveling on the Walt Whitman Bridge eastbound, traffic is generally jammed from the area of Broad Street all the way over into New Jersey. We'll get to that in a couple minutes because we have more problems on 95. So 95 is generally jammed from the Walt Whitman Bridge and even just north of the Walt Whitman Bridge now, as we see in this camera shot, down through the Broad. Once you get south of there, traffic quickly backs up again south of the airport at 420 here, as you can see on the left, and remains generally jammed through to south of I-476. As we see here at Stewart Avenue, it's bumper to bumper. Northbound is generally stop and go, jammed from the Delaware state line all the way up through to I-476, part because of heavy traffic on 95 and congestion on northbound I-476. If you're traveling on 202 this afternoon going westbound, traffic is generally jammed south between Chesterbrook Boulevard and Route 30, and it's the same thing going northbound as well. Traffic is just bumper to bumper. Let's take a look at this on camera. Here's where the new lanes will be. They'll be opened up either in the fall or sometime in the winter. And here we are at 29, where everything's just a parking lot. And if you're traveling on the 30 bypass this afternoon, not doing terrible, but the volumes are running pretty high here at Route 113, and it is starting to slow down, so we will see congestion building here as we go deeper into the rush hour. And as we are here after Route 113, which is unusual, eastbound direction is actually slowing down at this time. So allow some extra time in both directions there. We discussed the turnpike already. 422 westbound is just an absolute parking lot this afternoon from the area of Route 23, continuing on out beyond the Route 363 and generally out to Route 29. It's about a 10-mile delay. It's taken about 25 to 30 minutes to get through this area this afternoon. Hopefully we can get a streaming shot of this, and no, we can't, because everyone, their brothers and sisters, trying to view the traffic cameras this afternoon. And here we are at Oaks, once again, bumper to bumper. And here's 29, where the volume starts to break up. As you can see, it's getting much better there at 29. Here's one last shot before 29. Okay, over to Route 1 we go. First, starting off at City Avenue, we do have congestion on City Avenue in the area of Belmont, all the way out through to Lancaster Avenue going southbound, where it's just bumper to bumper. Northbound is generally jammed approaching Route 23 through to Belmont Avenue. Then again, approaching Presidential Boulevard, traffic is bumper to bumper. If you're traveling on the Roosevelt Expressway this afternoon, northbound is generally jammed from north of I-76 all the way up through to the Wissahickon Avenue merge. And then once you approach 9th Street, traffic is generally jammed all the way up through the Rising Sun Avenue. Then the boulevard's backed up again in the area of Adams Avenue, Cottman Avenue, and then again another time approaching Grant Avenue, it's backed up. And then once you're approaching Route 1, well, Boulevard is Route 1. Once you're approaching Route 1 in Bucks County, it does become congested for the lights where the boulevard ends, and there's about a 1-mile delay there. Then on the Route 1 bypass, traffic is just generally slow in both directions between I-95 and the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It's slow, and you might even find an area where it comes to a complete stop just because there's just a lot of volume. Not sure where all of you are going on Route 1 this evening. Okay, over to New Jersey finally. And on New Jersey, let's start off with the New Jersey Turnpike. It's generally jammed on the New Jersey Turnpike south, from south of exit 9 all the way down through to exit 7A. There's about a 10-mile stretch of volume where it's just backed up, and at times it does open up and then it just quickly slows down again. Here's what they're saying. They're saying there's a 2.5-mile delay at the merge, and then they're saying it backs up again approaching north of interchange 8 through to north of interchange 7A, 5-mile delay. Forget what they say. It's like I said, it's about a 10-mile delay. Sometimes it's stop and go, sometimes it's moving, and other times it's just very slow. On 295 this afternoon southbound, we do have delays on southbound from south of exit 40, New Jersey 38, all the way down to exit 26, which is New Jersey 42, and that's about a 14-mile delay due to the normal rush hour volume. Also, we have delays on 42 southbound, which are pretty significant given it is the last weekend of the summer. There's a lot of people headed down to the shore this weekend. Delays on I-676 southbound from north of exit 3 through to I-76, that's a 3-mile delay. Delays on I-76 from the Walt Whitman Bridge. Remember I was telling you the Walt Whitman Bridge is significantly backed up? Well, here's the delays now, which continue all the way down through I-295. Then we have more delays on southbound 42. Pockets of volume from exit 13 in Deptford through to exit 6. And on the AC Expressway, it's moving fine, but it's just heavy this afternoon. If you're traveling on 47 this afternoon, there are some delays southbound in the area of 347 in Dennis Township due to volume. There's no delays on the Garden State Parkway headed to the shore in the area of the Jersey Shore points, but up in North Jersey there are some significant delays in the Bloomfield area, the Clifton area, and in the area south of I-287. There's also delays on the Garden State Parkway southbound from exit 100 through to exit 91. That's an 8-mile delay due to volume. There's no real significant delays on mass transit. The earlier delays on the Link Belt line of SEPTA, they have resolved, and trains are running on their closest schedule. No problems with DART over in Delaware. New Jersey Transit's running fine. The PATCO Speed Line is running on time. I'm Joe Vodvarka for JSV Traffic. Have a great weekend.